Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of Dreambubble Podcast. And today we have another very special guest. We have a returning guest who was originally here back when they were talking about their experience at the PlayStation event in the UK a couple years ago. And now they're here to talk about their work experience in Media Molecule. So please, without a doubt, please clap your fins for Glitchfish. Yay! Thank you, Jamal, for stopping by this late at night your time just to talk about your experience at Media Molecule.
No, thank yourself, because this is a dream. It's an absolute dream.
No pun intended.
Okay. I've already done it. Okay.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know Jamal, he's from the Media Molecule community. He's quite a talented artist. He's made some really great animations during his university chapter, and he's currently working on a really cool one about a clown who has social anxiety by Poppy. But yeah, check out his Twitter and his portfolio and stuff. It's pretty kick-ass. I'm gonna swear because it's late and I don't feel like censoring. But yeah. Yeah. So Jamal, last week, you had a really mesmerizing week. First of all, you went to the Media Molecule headquarters, and then you went to this Platoon tournament, and which is pretty awesome.
Don't remind me of that tournament. That was.
Oh. You looked happy in the photos.
I was happy in the photos, but internally I was screaming because our YouTuber didn't update his Switch, so we had to play with a bad weapon, and then we couldn't compete because we couldn't carry him, and it was just. I was so angry. I was like, I'm losing a basic mode. Why did I lose Turf War twice to noobs? But that's what my Saturday was. But
it's a very unique Saturday.
Yeah. But the rest of the week,
oh my gosh, yeah. Tell us, how did it all happen? How did it begin?
Well, I was at university one day, and they were like, get work experience, you need it to get good. And I was like, yeah. So like I was like, oh god, I need to find some work experience somewhere. Oh no, what do I do? And I was thinking, I really don't know what I want to do for my life. I was just like, what do I want to do? And I've always had like a want to work in games, and I was like, I guess if I did have work experience at a games company, I could say I've worked at one. That would be cool. So I met Jenny a few times at a games convention in the UK known as EGX, and basically we became good friends, and I basically begged her for a position. I was like, please, I need work experience. And Jenny was like, go away. And then no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
I still remember you messaging me a long time ago. You were like, "I want work experience." I'm like, "Go get it."
I don't know what to do. I was just screaming because I was like, "She's never going to do it. I'm never going to find any." And then I was just like, if I've asked them, they're just going to be like, "No, though." But I begged Jenny, and Jenny was so sweet. Like, she's such an angel, and
yeah.
Like she found me, somehow magically got me a week at Media Molecule and was like, it's the best I can do. And I was just like, a week is a week. Like, I get to a dream company for a week. It's not anything. It's just like a life goal. So that's how that
happened. I know. You waited months since you got the okay. Like, you're very patient. And I'm glad it's all worth it.
Like, come on. To the clock, I was like, go quicker. But
I know. It's so crazy. But then when you get there, you want the clock to go slower.
Yeah. Like, when the day ended, I was just like, why?
I know. I felt the same way, man. It's heartbreaking, really. Yeah. So you went to, you traversed the London transportation system in order to get to Guildford, if you remember, or if I remember you telling me.
Well, I drove to the station, like, near me, and then I got to Birmingham. And then I went from Birmingham to Reading, and then from Reading to Guildford, and then on the Saturday when I had to go back, I went from Guildford to London somehow, and then I went from London back to on the underground and everything. Like, I was just traveling for so long. I can't even remember
Oh
it.
my
It was just
gosh.
so
Yeah,
much
I
travel.
know.
It was just I spent like 3 hours on the underground. Like, I was just like, ugh. So
It sounds so badass. 3 hours on the underground.
yeah, 3 hours on the underground. That should be a song. Trademark. Trademark.
There we go, making in dreams.
Making in dreams with a banana.
I haven't a banana. First single. 3 hours in the underground.
3 hours on the
Bogdanny, listen to this.
Listen to this epic tune.
No, nice. Yeah, I've never been to the subways in London at all. It's like I avoid it completely with a taxi. I'd like
That's
see
so
my
lucky.
butt.
That's so awesome.
I got really lucky, yeah.
I bet that cost a fortune though. Whoa.
Oh yeah, it's pretty damn expensive.
Like, I bet it was. I don't know if I'm gonna ask how much. That's just no.
No, it was. I forget actually.
Was
But
your
it
wallet
was.
screaming?
It was in the last day there. The pretty much when I got there, my mom was like, "Oh, please, I can take anything." Then the last day, my mom was like, "No more, no more." It was ripped halfway, and I was like, "No more, stop."
No more.
I'm like, you didn't expect me to do that. I mean,
No.
I literally bought all the raffle tickets in a pub quiz. So, on that day, I remember.
Did you win anything?
Yes. Yeah, I think it was like a necklace, and nobody wanted. I felt so bad. There was like skydiving tickets, and then they were like, "Danny, why didn't you get the skydiving tickets?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna be in England. I'm leaving in 2 days." I'm like, "Oh, I got a necklace that no one wanted to wear." Like, it was so sad. I was like a media molecule holding a necklace. I was like, "Hey, I want to get a series of gifts." They're like, "What is this?" "Oh, thank you, but I'll pass." I'm like, "Why? It's a necklace." See, that's my strategy. If you want to win a pub quiz, buy every damn ticket.
Yep. Do you have the money for that? No.
They were really cheap. I don't know anymore. That was the last year, but
Never mind.
Hey, yeah, let's go back to your week because I think your week was much more fun, more involving.
Well, I did have a creepy landlord. I made. Really
Oh, you Airbnb'd?
Oh, yeah, Airbnb. Like, it's usually very good from what I've heard, but I had to choose one where the shower, when the toilet was in the kitchen. I was like, well done, Jamal, you found a place that is actually worse than being.
Was it affordable?
It was £40 a night, so I'd rather have stayed in a hotel. But
Damn.
and
Was it close to Media Molecule at least?
Yeah, it was 4 minutes away. It was fabulous.
Oh, that's nice.
Literally like a small walk and then a small walk back. But just the landlord was so creepy. I'll never go back. Jenny knows about it, but basically, like, I went home one night, like to the Airbnb, and like I was just watching looking at the landlord, and he was just staring at a blank TV, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was just like, "Oh, I'm just watching TV," and I was just like, "Okay, I love this show, but why?" And then I just ran up the stairs. Locked myself in the room. Yeah, that was that night. It was quite creepy.
Was there nothing on the TV you said?
Oh, we said that he was watching TV, but there was nothing on the TV. It was just
That's creepy. Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, no, thank you, bye. Yeah. So that was my Airbnb experience. Just anxiety and fear.
For happiness and inspiration when you're walking through the pink halls of Media Molecule, or pink rug, I should say. It's not really a pink hall, but yeah. Dude, like, what was your like first impression? Like, did you get lost trying to get into the building?
See,
or did they give you a guide?
Well, when I was on Google Maps and like it said go across the bridge and I was like, what bridge? There was literally no bridge there. I was like,
oh, I know that bridge. Yeah. Oh, I got so lost. I literally I had no GPS because I didn't have a data plan internationally, so I had to memorize my way. Oh my God. I was like, okay, train station, Tesco, YMCA, this and that and this and that. And then I found a really weird building. I'm like, this is how we get there. And then I didn't know how to cross the road. So apparently there's this tunnel pass. I don't know if you know about it. The underpass thing.
I had to go.
Yeah, I didn't know about that until like 2 days later after Jenny showed me. But I was like, how do I cross? So literally, I just jaywalked across 4 car lanes just to make it to the other side. 'Cause I didn't know how to get there.
I did
But
that for the first day. I was just like, I've got to cross the street. How do I cross the
so
street?
it's not just me. It's not just me.
No,
Okay,
no,
good. I
no.
just wanted to know. That was difficult.
No, it was just like, how do I get there? My Airbnb was actually outside of the train station though, so yeah, that's how close it was. But
Wow, that's not bad at all.
yeah, it wasn't bad at all. But yeah, it was like the getting into Media Molecule was a bit odd, and then like some random guy came out and I was like, "Is this Media Molecule?" And they were like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, cool." And
Oh
then,
yeah, they share a building with other companies. That's right.
yeah, and
That's
like
why it was weird.
I kind of expected like some massive regal like building with like Mr. Molecule standing outside waving, and then and then like I went there, I was
Nope.
like, "Oh, this is not what I expected, but it's awesome still." And then like it's beautiful there. Like I wish
It's
I
like
could
once you
stay
see
there.
the red carpet through the doors, you know you like.
Oh yeah,
It's like when you walk up, okay, law firm, whatever. You look to your left and out of nowhere you see this pink carpet, and then it's like, oh snap, this is getting real.
yeah. It's just like it got real. I had like such butterflies though because I was just like, "What do I do? This is so exciting. I've always wanted this." And then there was like a ring the bell, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And then
Yep.
I rung the bell, and I was just like, and then Jenny saw me, and I was waving through the door like, "Oh," yeah, literally just oh. But that's not even like, if you could see what I was doing, then it would make more sense. But
No, yeah, I know
yeah,
exactly what you're talking about. I was there too. It was a lot of fun. I could have the bathrooms outside the office. That's pretty funny.
that was great. I was just like, if I ever need the bathroom, I can just hide, and then I wasn't going to hide.
And actually, just one of the molecules just buzz us in. But when they're in the bathroom,
Yeah,
they come out, just buzz us in. They don't even know where to go because Jenny doesn't even know we're there because we didn't ring the bell. That'd be pretty funny. Him just walking, wondering me a molecule.
yeah.
That'd be kind of weird.
It's like walking in, like, yeah, I just went to the toilet, but now I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like it's so great and it's like
It's
really
so-
pink. And then I don't know how much changed since I was there. I know they did
They have
where you work
top
around
hat
with the
light
desks.
shades. Or was it bowler hat? Bowler hat
Oh yeah, yeah,
light
yeah.
shades. Ugh,
In the meeting room, I think
genius. I was just like, that's so smart. But,
they got new pink couches too, or seats. I saw them in the like they were ordering it last time I was there, but I saw them in the pictures. They look really cool.
yeah, I don't think I saw the pink seats. I don't know. I don't
Pink couches or something like that.
brain. They may have been upstairs, but I didn't really spend too much time upstairs in like the relaxation area.
Yeah, the rec room.
Like for my first day, I played ping pong. That was great. I was just like, yeah.
Oh, dude, that table was occupied with a whole bunch of plants because they were doing a charity thing. But nice, you get to play ping pong.
Well, I suck at ping pong. I just kept like slapping it, and then it just used to get super far. But
They have who'd you play it with?
I think it was mostly like the newbies, like the interns. Like they weren't newbies. They were really great at what they do. But I was just like saying like the new
Oh,
molecules.
was they like multiple interns that are just like you two over there, or?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't just me. There was. I followed them on Twitter. I'll start. I'll find out who they are. Shall I find out who they
That's
are?
cool though. You get to have multiple interns.
Yeah, like there was so
Get
many
to hang with
interns.
them.
But yeah, like we had like our own little crew, and it was just like we're the cool kids, and then and then we played ping pong together. I won one match surprisingly. I was just like, how did I do that? And then I lost two. But yeah, and then like Francis was watching, like the guy that made Sackboy. He's amazing,
Yep.
by the way. Like seriously, he's so talented. Like he showed me things in dreams, like what he was doing. Then I was like,
Yeah, oh, they're so friendly, everybody. They're like, are you from the community? Let me show you what we've been working on. And they get so excited.
yeah, they're so happy, and I'm just like, oh my god. And then I showed him some of my work, and he was like, it's so cute, and I was like, I felt so happy then. I was just like, he likes my work, and then
Did you show him Poppy, or who'd you show him?
yeah, I showed
Or
him
what'd you show him?
Poppy. I showed him Poppy because he was like looking at what I did in dreams, and he was like, that's cool. And I was just like, yeah, it was based on this I was doing for uni, and like he was like, oh, you animated it as well. That's so cute, and I was just like, thank you. But yeah, so I don't know. I just really love my time there. There's so much to talk about. It's just, oh,
Was like Francis your like go-to guy for your intern week, or who'd you sit with?
well, I I can't remember her name because she was lovely, but she was Scottish.
Was it? Oh, Scottish.
She liked to
Was it
hum a lot
Maya?
at her desk.
She had what?
She liked to hum a lot at her desk and just make weird noises, which
Oh,
was like amusing, but I loved it at the same time.
there's
Yeah.
for designing area. Let me see if I remember to my memory. There's Emily, Maya,
I was at Al's desk.
Al. Oh yeah, he was a programmer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was at Al's desks, and then
He. Oh, the guys must have moved to. Must have shifted. I can't remember now. Ah.
she's a middle-aged lady, like
If
I'd
it's
say about
Scottish, it could be Lucy.
might be Lucy. I never
Lucy
really got
Black.
her name.
She's a production person.
She's very sweet. Like she's really sweet.
That's
Um,
nice.
and then there was I can never remember the names. I really can't remember the names. I'm terrible with names. I feel so bad.
I'll help you. Just give me a description. We'll play a little bit of Guess Who edition.
Guess who I am. Look, she had like purplish hair. She had like dyed hair, and like she was on the
Amy.
tutorials. Is she Amy?
Amy Phillips. Amy, yeah, she has purple hair now, I think. She's a programmer.
She was on the tutorials.
She has glasses.
I don't think
Wait,
had
she was working on tutorials or?
She was working on the tutorials. She didn't have glasses.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe someone new.
Well, she was like my main go-to with tutorials because I got to test the tutorials, like and like see if they were good. And if they
Oh yeah.
so,
We can't go into depth of what they are going to be like.
no.
Because I know I'm not allowed to. Yeah, we're not allowed to say that. So I guess we'll skip that for another time.
Yeah, I was just saying that's what I was doing. Like she was my main go-to. I was
Yeah.
like, why isn't it working? And then yeah, she'd help me. But then there was Jenny, who's lovely. Tom, I got to talk to. He was a great guy. I actually got to talk to Alex Evans, which was quite an experience.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Alex is amazing.
He's
Tom.
he's so into his work. Like it's just like you can tell he's passionate about what he does. Like I think he deserves a great big holiday after this. But
Oh my god, he put so much effort into Dreams.
he has
Like, he literally made, like, the audio engine, and he made, like, everything, like, the foundation of it, and everyone helped him make it. He's like, damn, he put his heart and life into that game.
he has. It's like it's definitely something to be proud of. It really is.
Oh, definitely. So happy seeing it come to life.
Steve Big Guns. Like I saw him. I looked at him and internally I was like, his guns aren't as big as they used to be. But I didn't want to say it because I was like, he'll beat me down. So
Oh god, yeah, he will, he will.
but I've said it
No.
now. Yeah, Steve.
Oh, Steve's calling you out.
You need more chicken.
Yeah, Steve is really awesome. If you do get ever a chance to talk to him. I know you probably
He's
met him
really
before
awesome.
at the Game Jam. Yeah, he really
I have
is.
met him before, but it's just like, he'll be your guns on.
He challenged me to a rematch for arm wrestling on Facebook. I was like,
No.
alright, fine, next time. I'll try to take it easy on you.
Oh god. Ooh. Ooh.
That was a very iconic moment in my life.
You actually beat him then?
Well, he didn't want to hurt me, so we kind of lowered his guard. But then we met halfway. And then well, I should say I lasted a bit longer than I thought I was going to. I'll put it that way.
He does. He should be very proud. He has like arms like the mega penguin. Like it's just like, oh my god.
Mega Penguin? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember its name. I'm really
No,
terrible.
Mega
with it.
Penguin. Yeah.
Mega
About
Penguin,
the Game Jam thing.
Yeah, it's literally like that. It's beautiful. But who else? Well, it was more so just me screaming, and then like someone would come over and be like, "What's wrong?"
Wait, you actually scream?
Internally, they'd just see me just sitting there going, just like, "Why would it work?" And then they're just like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No."
How was it, like, the first impression of trying to actually mess with Dreams? Like, is it like, did you get it right away, or?
See, this is the bit. I enjoyed it, but it's not LVP in the slightest. It is not. It's a big change.
Is
Like-
that, like, a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
It's good and bad. Like, at first, like for the first day when I first tried it, like I played the story mode. I can't really talk about that, but
Yeah, that's fine.
like it was great. I broke it a few times, which is good. Like it's very good. But basically, when I got into create mode, like the way you control the character, like it's a bit different because you have to like press a button. Like you move around like like with the left stick and the normal plane, but then like to zoom in and out, like yeah, you have to like press R1 and grab it and like zoom in around because it's like a grab
Oh
cam.
yeah, is it with the controller or the move
Yeah,
controllers?
I use the move the normal controller.
Yeah, it's more, I feel like the camera's more fluent with PS Move, but that's just my opinion.
I tried to do it, but I was like, how do I move the camera? Because
Oh
by the end
yeah.
of the week, I got so used to the DualShock. But at first, it's a
Yeah.
bit jarring because you just expect to be able to move in and out like LBP. But when you like you have it, you're just like, okay, because like when you place an object, it might look straight at one angle. When you turn the camera, it's wonky at another angle. So you're just like, oh. So, but there are like guides and things that you can use like grid and stuff. But I didn't know about that at the time. So I was just like,
Yeah,
interesting.
they showed off the grid at the last stream, so it looks really neat.
Oh, it's intense. It's so much more advanced than LBP. Like, because you know LBP, you only have like grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that.
Oh yeah, baby.
Like, yeah, like in this you have like half, a quarter, a fifth, and it's just like you can go into precise movements and like you can snap it around. It's just really intuitive when you get used to it. But at first, it's quite a jarring experience. Like, don't like something I learned. Don't go into dreams thinking it's LBP because it's similar, but not in a way you'd expect it to be similar. It's like it's a jarring experience, but it's a very fun one. Like once you get to learn it, you're just like, yep, I can do it. Yep, yeah, it all starts to click. It's just getting past the initial hurdle of how does one move camera. But yeah, I'm probably rambling on. I'm sorry, but yeah.
No. That's perfect. Thank you for giving us a description of what it's like for us, people from the Little Planet community, to see how big the change is in terms of the shift from going to Dreams and to the next generation of Play Creature. I'm glad it was a surreal experience for you,
like
and I'm glad you got the hang of it eventually.
yeah, I got the hang of it eventually. I was just like, yes, this is works really well. Because like with like like in LBP, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk this, but I'm allowed to talk about bolts. Like
So they did show off connectors and bolts in the last stream, got the Game Jam stream. So yes, you can.
I can. Okay, well, basically, I like in LBP, you expected to be able to place it onto an object like a flat plane, and then just like,
Uh
oh yeah,
huh.
it'll be fine connected, whatever. Like I tried to do that, and I was like, why isn't it working? And then it was so stupid. Like I was like, why does the bolt look like a piston? I was like, what is this? And then I was dragging it around. It's like, why won't it work? And then it actually turns out that you need to connect it from like one object, like a pivot point in a weird way. So like you have like an anchor point in the bottom, and the top bit's where the object's connected. So it anchors like it's. Uh, how to explain it better?
It's so good, but so different.
Yeah, basically. Like you just want it to be like LBP though, and it's just like no, this is dreams.
So you think it could be simpler, the controls and stuff?
Yeah, like you'll definitely be like, why wouldn't this work? This would work in LBP, and then you're like, oh shit, it's dreams, and then it's one of those.
It might take some getting used to. What do you think for newcomers who don't or haven't played Little Planet before? Like, do you think they'll have the same issue as people who go straight into Dreams, or people from Little Planet to Dreams?
Hmm. See, I'm not allowed to talk about the tutorials, but they're really good, so I don't think
Okay, that's
much of a
good.
problem.
So at least you like them. Yeah, you can tell about what, like if you like them or not, but you can't tell about the description. Like
They
if
go,
I recall correctly, yeah.
they go into so much depth. Like LBP, I found like it skirted around things, and you were just like, but what does it actually do though? But
Nothing.
like the
It just shows you a screen recorder and it shows you a video of how to do it,
yeah, and you
which
just like
is completely different in Dreams. But I'm not gonna. Yes.
yeah,
Probably stop right there.
we cannot let's stop there. But yeah, it goes into so much depth, and then like you understand it fully. So like I understood it much better when I figured it out. So yeah,
Basically, when you try it, it's much better than watching it.
Yeah, you definitely need to do the tutorials, definitely. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be fine. Nothing to worry.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be like billions of tutorials there. It's gonna be like a library.
It's just gonna be like, oh look at this thing I made.
Here's one tutorial. Now here's 12 more advanced tutorials to go in this tutorial.
Oh, there's gonna be a tutorial for the tutorial. It's just like,
I can't wait for that.
God, like there's so much stuff I can't comprehend it. Like,
so do you think that Dreams has the potential to be a full-on creative suite to make like a AAA game or a professional film?
Yes, I do. It is one of those things where I was just sitting there, I was like, this is a game changer. And I'm not even bragging, you can literally do anything, and it's just the opportunities.
So you can make a game that's like up to date with any developer game, like an indie game or something that you'll see in Unity or Unreal.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like, is it all like a clay kind of look always, or
like,
can you cheat the frame?
I think you would you will have some inconsistencies. Like you would have like a more textural feel to it, like a more dream-esque essence to it. Like there were more material finishes, but I didn't understand like the differences in them. Like until like you could shine lights on them and stuff. But
yeah, it plays around with the light, the lighting.
There's
how it bounces.
It's like one of those like magician tricks things. Like you'll have an object, but when you add like all the effects and things, it'll look a lot better than just the base objects. But
it's possible though.
Yeah, it's so easy. You can do it so easy. Like, can I talk about strokes? Am I allowed to do that?
Brush strokes. Yes, there's been a lot of brush strokes. You get edited them and stuff.
Just brush strokes. But basically, you can have so many effects on the strokes. If I can't talk about this, do tell me. But like,
oh no, like you can talk about this basic stuff. We've done it many times, different streams.
Well, like, basically, you can have like an animation on a stroke, and then make it multiply, and then like make it like go.
Oh, you make it like go in different directions.
Yeah, you can make it go into a ball or a cylinder, and then, like it goes around in like different shapes, and then like you make it animate in like a different pattern, and like
so particles essentially.
Yeah, you like basically make your own particles, and it's just like they give you that option. Like, it's it's like so in depth. Like seriously.
Is it like Photoshop?
There were Photoshop elements in there. Like there was this tool I was using. Like this is more After Effects that I was experiencing. Like it was talking about keyframes and like.
Oh yeah, the puppeteering stuff and everything. Yeah.
It was just. I was just like, I feel like this is like all the software that we've wanted into a game, and it's just, I can do anything, really. It gives you that option. Have they spoke about keyframes?
Oh yeah. They've done a whole live stream about that and puppeteering.
They're mad though.
And cutscenes too.
They're incredible. They're like a logician's wish, like a mad wish. They're like magnetic keys on crack. That's literally it. It's just like you can tell any object or any item that it's at whatever state you want to turn it on or off wirelessly, and it's just so like say you wanted to make a sphere like movable and like visible, and then like you have one keyframe for that, but then you have another keyframe that turns it invisible and not movable. So it's like that's like a really base like example, but this can be like taken to anything. So like if you want a door to open and then to slam shut, but then like it saves the position and the state of it, like it can animate that state, and it's just it was kind of a nerdgasm when I found that out. I know it's like a rude thing to say, but it was just I was like.
So you feel like the Creative Suite has more or less limits than the Planet did? Well,
you can have at least like 20 answers to one problem. That's just how intense it is. So like, say you wanted to have like in LBP you'd have like a tag and a magnetic key, or something like just to sense an object. Like you could have. I'm trying to think of a way you could do it. Like with a keyframe, like a keyframe can go into any object and change its state. So like you could have a sackbot, like it's not a sackbot, but a puppet.
The puppet, the puppet.
The puppet.
The puppet.
I have no soul because I'm a puppet. No, but the puppet, like you can make that thing run super fast and like jump super high and have a double jump and everything. And then that's one keyframe. But then you can change those states. So like in a sackbot, you'd have to have like two separate sackbots for two different states. But like with a keyframe, you can just have one puppet and have two different states, or three different states, or four. It doesn't matter. No matter what
Right.
you want, you can have it. So, and you can just use a selector and then just select whatever state you want at a specific time. It's just, yeah, that's how bonkers it is. Just it's mad. It's more so like in the movie tools, but like that it also works for logic and other things. So yeah.
Logic, yeah. You wanted to talk about logic too, didn't you? Oh boy, here we go. Part two. Let's go of the mind-blowing experience.
Oh God, we're going to be here for a long time.
Do tell. What's up? What do you think about it? How is like LBP or different in any way?
They took LBP too, added some steroids, and then made it good. Like I can't like it's just like like when you have a signal from like a logic chip and it would give it the full value. Okay. This might go over people's heads because it's quite an intense thing. Like as for like logic pros out there, you'll like it. But basically like you can make signals from an AND gate like send out the actual signal strength rather than just a full on signal. So like instead of 100%, if you want a weaker signal to dim a light or something, you can send out a 50% signal through the AND gate rather than the full signal. So that way you can like control things in a way like if you want to dim something or if you want to like want for something to move slowly, you can do that through the AND gate rather than having to wire it up separately and turn it off or something. It's just like it just saves so much more time. And what else is there? Ooh, think.
The wires. You have multiple wires coming out of each other.
Well, they do have nodes now. Like, well, they do have nodes in LBP, but like, they're a bit more organized. Like, you can have like, like in LBP when you used to have like the widgets on the screen.
Yes.
Like, you can pin the widgets into a 3D space, and then you can wire things from each widget into each other rather than collecting a wire and putting it into the port. You can just do it in the widgets rather than just on the microchips. So like it's like when you accidentally picked the wrong wire and you were like, no, I've got to delete this wire. You can like understand what's going on and just like select all the widgets and oh god, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Just oof.
So it was like a lot of the problems or limits that the Planet brought on to us, but alleviated and more accessible in Dreams, essentially. So you feel like if you go to, I don't know, Hello Games, or if you go to Rockstar, if you go to, some, whatever, Camp Santos, some studio, just give them Dreams, or even Pixar for that matter, you think they'll make something really like worth that would be on the screen?
I think they could. I think if they learned how to use it, they'd probably make something that was worthwhile. Francis showed me like what he was doing. I was just like, it's so cool because he made like a frog bear thing, and like he just I don't know, it was so cool.
Have you went through all the library database thing where all the dream creations that were uploaded to, and like see what people made, or did you decorate your own home space?
I did not decorate my own home space. I was more so focused on bug testing during my time. I wanted to like get as much I wanted to be a pro bug tester and be like, this is broken though. I did basically what was it again? We were talking about the home space. I didn't get to do that because like I was just more so just focused on the create mode. I wanted to like create things. I was like, at the end of this week, I want to make something a bit cool, and I think I did at the end. Like I had 2 hours before I left, and I was like, I'm gonna make a spaceship. I'm gonna and like.
And you made it really quickly too, and it works and everything.
It's so cool. I did the logic more so because like they give this search function to like search for like object items and things, and I was just like, I'm gonna search for a spaceship, and then there was a spaceship, and I was like, spaceship, and then I added the flames, and then I added the bullets, and then the meteor, and then I was just like,
So you
huh,
remixed it essentially. You made a
yeah,
spaceship 2.0.
yeah. Like if I had more time, I would have definitely have made my own ship. But I was just like, I have 2 hours. Don't be petty. Just do something cool. And like I made it move up and down and around, and like it shot bullets. It was cool. It was so much easier than LVP would be because like you'd have to do the layer glitch and
Oh yeah, it's 2.5D. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah. But what else did I do? It was cool. My tongue's just blah, 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 blah.
So pretty much you were mind blown.
Did I mumble?
No, you were mind blown.
Oh yeah, I was mind blown. Yeah, yeah. My brain is just fuzz because it's just
Welcome
so
to my
much.
world. At least you were able to talk about all this stuff, but I couldn't back then. So it was a
I
lot
don't
harder
know how
for
you
me,
could
man.
cope. I don't know how you could cope. Seriously, like internally, I was just like, I can't know how long I can hold this in, and then yeah, it's just mad.
Man, right now it's so mind blowing. Wait till we see it in VR. Like that stuff is gonna be crazy.
I saw VR headsets and I was like, I really want to try one, but I didn't think I could, so I was like, I'm gonna leave it. So I can't wait to see it in VR. I really can't. Like it's literally going to be Google Tilt Brush, but on crack. I keep
On
saying on
crack,
crack.
yeah.
I know I keep saying on crack, but that's literally it.
When he
But
says crack, he means firecrackers.
yeah,
So yeah, I'll skip it like rated G. Let's go with
like
that for now.
it's like Little Big Planet 18 rather than Little Big Planet 4. That's
Planet
dreams.
18.
Yeah, that's dreams.
I'm gonna quote you on that when I tweet about the podcast. Dreams is Little Planet 18, not Little Planet 4.
Forget Little Big Planet 4. We've gone like 15 steps.
Yeah, especially for a game it took more than half a decade, and they're still working on it.
I
So it's
mean,
crazy.
I'd rather them not not rush the production. Seriously.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like, release date beta. Like, it's gonna take more time. I mean, they're getting closer and further away. They're showing us the game a lot more now, you know?
Oh yeah.
We got a stream every month and all of that.
Like, I'm just. What else is there to talk about? Because the create mode is intense. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's like the main selling point for Dreams. I
yeah.
mean, they have a story which is good too, but that's basically just to introduce what Dreams is.
Well,
To lead you
dreams.
to
I
the
would
creator
say
suite.
is your imagination, which meets infinity. Like, it's just
Disney Infinity.
yeah, Disney. I wouldn't be surprised if you could make that. It's
Like
just
horror games and everything. Like,
oh,
oh my gosh.
horror games. I think are going to be a big thing in dreams. Like
Oh yeah.
when I was playing it, I was like, I really want to make a horror game. I just remembered. I was like, oh yeah. But and emitters are cool. They're much more efficient than they used to be. Like I know you could recycle objects before, but it actually works this time. Yeah. What else? Um, movers are great. Emitters are great. The camera's great. I love the
How's the
camera.
organization with wiring?
The wiring.
Yeah.
Well, but basically you get the like, like when in LVP you used to have a microchip, and then like you'd connect each individual wire, like that nuisancey thing. Like you'd always like select the wrong wire and be like, oh no, and then like rewire wire it all wrong. But basically in Dreams, you have like you can have it on the microchip and do exactly the same, but you can also get the widgets on your screen and pin them to your screen, so you can always see them and see what's going on. And then like you can collect a wire from like a state in within that object and connect it to another state within another object, so the input can become an output. I can't even explain it. It's just that much. I'm just like, say you want an object to move up, you can get an output from the moving up and tell it to play a sound when it moves up, and when it emits an object, you can tell it the moment it emits, it plays a sound, or it turns on a switch, or it turns.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The actual recorder.
Well,
Is that what you're talking about,
it's
or
also
just
in the
like that?
it's in the actual components. Like each
Oh,
individual component allows you to do each individual thing.
that's cool.
It would mind blow me, but it makes things so much easier because like in Logic you had to like figure out a way to do it around, but this time you can just go, oh yeah, just connect the puppet's falling state and then just move it over there, and it's just yeah, it saves you doing a lot of maths and stuff. So well, not maths, more like brain power. But yeah, and then like the action recorder, I did enjoy that too. Like my hand was a bit fidgety.
Oh yeah, I think
Because
it's
I was
great to like align it.
yeah, the grids were good. They helped me a lot. Like you had to move it to the left, and like I was just like, why is it going over the middle? And yeah, it was yeah, it was just one of those precision acts. Yeah, the action recorder though, definitely cool. It's definitely going to help people in dreams. Like yeah, yeah, pistons are cool too. Like I didn't get mine to work, which is I don't know why. I think that maybe I was doing it wrong because I like the bolts. I was like, wow, it did work.
But keep in mind, you only had like a whole week, and you had to rush everything, and like half of that week you were just bug testing. So
Yeah,
it's like I'm sure if you like had proper sit down with the finished tutorials and everything will be super easy to do. And the
yeah,
game's not finished yet, so like, and you made some really cool stuff over there. So you caught on to everything pretty quickly.
oh
So
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
when the beta is out, when the game is out, people are going to catch on to it quickly too, because they'll have like everything done for them, and they will just focus mainly on learning instead of just bug testing.
I most definitely like they like I think when they sit down with it and it has like most of the tutorials or all of the tutorials in the game, and they can just sit and watch them and explore them and learn how to play it, they'll be perfectly fine. Like seriously, but it's just it'll be fine. Like it's just when I jumped in at the deep end because I didn't have everything, so I was just like, ooh, ooh, this is interesting. But I don't think there's going to be much of a problem. I think it's just be like one of those. Oh yeah, I know what to do now, and then just they'll do it. Like I think I can even imagine like an 8-year-old doing it. Like it was pretty easy. Like it just clicks after a while. Like you just seem to get it. I don't. I don't know how to explain that. It's just you sit there and play it, and you're like, I'm confused, and then you just keep experimenting with it, and then it just finally you get it, and you're like, oh, so that can do that, and then that can do this, and then and it's just finally all makes sense. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of those push through it, and then you'll get it. Yeah, yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
So, are you a person who would prefer the DualShock 4 or the PS Move controllers?
Ooh, see, I don't want to get angry reacts, but
Or we got like this Team PS Move, Team DS4 thing going
yeah,
on?
I have a feeling it is. Yeah, like I prefer the DualShock 4. Not, I mean, the modeling mode definitely. I think the PlayStation Move is better if you know how to use it because you can like shape things with your arms and like naturally flow, which is so much better than the DualShock because when you have the DualShock, you're limited to your movements and like you have. It's not as magical in its experience and modeling and stuff. So if you want to model like creatures and things, I think a combination of the two, like DualShock 4 for the logic and connecting and just placing things around, but then you have the
Yeah.
Move controller to model and shape and craft. So I think you definitely need both of them, and then just get a VR headset because why not? 'Cause it's epic.
Why not? It's epic.
Why not? Yeah, so I think you definitely need both to do. Like, you could do both. You could do it with either, but I think both would
Yeah,
be
your
the
preference
best.
of intuitivity, yeah, an optimal way of doing so. It's
Yeah,
one or
yeah,
the other.
yeah, pretty much. It's just like you can do it with both, but one can help you
Yeah,
more
either
in
way,
like
you can switch back and forth between the moves and the DS4 pretty instantly too, which is nice.
yeah, it is really nice that you can just put them down and then you go back to the DualShock. Like it did help me. I just wish I could have modeled a character or something. Like it wasn't hard. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was like, internally I was like, Francis, help! But he was really busy, so I was like, I'm not gonna bother him. But
Oh
internally,
yeah, they're going to PAX West and everything, so they're planning like they're working on events and everything. It's
oh,
crazy.
they were so busy. Like that's why I'm so happy I got work experience because otherwise I wasn't gonna get any. It was just they're really so busy and they're working so hard. Like
They,
that you
they really, really are. Like when they say they're working really hard, they really are working really hard. You can see them when you go there. It's
like
pretty intense.
they're like begging for the beta. Please just stop. It's like they're working so hard. Like they are
Well,
people
don't
too.
stop. Show affection, but like don't like go too crazy with it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get angry. Like they are people too. They need sleep. But yeah, they're really trying to get everything together and help, like, really bring this to everyone's homes. This, yeah, I know they can do it because
We waited 7 years so far. We can wait
yeah,
more.
the, the good things come to those who wait. So it's definitely wait for it because when you do get it, you're never ever going to want to leave. It's just going to be one of those games where you just like obsess over. So yeah,
You think it's gonna be long lasting, or do you think like they have to upgrade it every 2 3 years?
I don't think they'll need to upgrade it ever.
Really?
I can't see an improvement for it. Like I think there will be
What if there's
improvements
like
to
a
it.
new console or a new like DLC for it? How do you think that would be
Mm,
going towards in terms of direction?
I'm not really sure because you can do anything in Dreams. Maybe they could add like more assets and things, like more sounds or more music. Excuse me, or like more characters or like puppets or something.
Well, that's what the community's gonna do too. They're gonna be adding more sounds and music and
Yeah, but like,
puppets and everything and like.
but even then, players can make their own sounds, so they don't really even need to do that. Maybe more costumes. Like I don't really know what else they can do. Like because we can do anything in that game. You can. I found out you can auto tune your voice. Like I was just like,
What?
really? Is this possible?
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You can edit. You can edit just like any other sound effect. You can just go into the tweaks and just mess around with it. They've
Yeah,
done it at PSX. Yeah, I remember.
it's just I'm just like, what can't you do? It's like that would probably be an easier question, but like you can, like you, I know everyone knows about this anyway, but like you could literally just have a noise or a noise and then like make a song out of that. And, like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of the music tools, did you ever make any music yourself?
well, it wasn't really music that I made. I just like sampled the sounds that they had already and put them together and made like a melody out of
Oh,
it.
good. You
Yeah,
use so you use timelines and you put
yeah.
them on there and
Ah,
everything in.
but as a
Nice.
person that doesn't make music, I felt like a musician for a couple minutes. I was like, I'm learning. So, like, you know, like in LBP when you'd take music and you'd feel like you were copying something from someone's work. Like in dreams, you don't feel that. You feel you're sharing your work, giving it to others, and letting them experience things, rather than feeling like it's mine, it's all mine, my precious. So,
My
but
precious.
my precious,
My precious. Oh, I got really 180.
my
Okay.
precious. No, don't. But no, yeah, like, cause like in LBP, I know like people would come in and save your creations and steal things and destroy things, but like
Oh, the
the
toxicity
meanies,
is real.
the meanies. I've experienced the meanies. Like I had someone come and destroy one of my levels I'd worked ages on, and then I had to get the backup in, and I was just like, "Ugh." But
Oh,
because
you saved too?
yeah, like it was an LBP thing. This is like they put like a hidden destroyer in like one of my levels, and like they just erased everything,
Oh.
and I was like, but that's yeah. I couldn't save it because I couldn't find the destroyer, so I had to bring a backup in. But in dreams, like when you give like you share your creation, you have the option to give it to everyone or just keep it to yourself. So
Great.
I mean like and like when in LBP when you used to take like a community object, it would all be stuck together and like really limited in its movements. With dreams, you're free to do whatever you want with that object, which is great. Like so that if you
Yeah,
want,
also, it saves multiple versions of it too, so you can go back to a certain version.
yeah, exactly. So like you can go back to the previous version of that previous version. It's just like oh, and then like if like say like if you don't know how to model a tree or you don't know how to model a bike, you can probably find one in the remix section and then just go, oh yeah, I want this bike, and then you can take the bike and then like put that in your scenery and be like, I made a level, and then and then like yeah, you feel accomplished because you've actually made something, and then
Well, that's why the crediting system is so in depth in Dreams as well.
yeah, like it's just it's just great. It's like everything we've always wanted in a video game. It's just I really can't wait.
Everything you've ever wanted. I wish they could expand more so like people actually use it like Unreal and Unity. Because
I
it's
mean,
like truly a really great game to get people involved into making games and films and stuff like that themselves.
oh yeah,
Like for films, you can essentially just either 3D export, your creations, or you
yeah,
can either just like film it with a capture card in Dreams and then show it, put it
yeah.
on YouTube.
Exactly. I genuinely think you could fool people into thinking that you made it in like a UDK or Unity or something like that and be like, no, I made it in Dreams. And then just be like, what?
It's not like the Made in Dreams logo up here at the end.
Yeah,
mind blown.
So, yeah, it's powerful. It's really powerful.
I just want to achieve different looks. Like I know you can't do it if you cheat a little bit, but like I just want to achieve like cell shades and like super realistic stuff. And
I
like
think that's
other
possible. Like that is possible. It's just you do definitely need to do some work to get it to be.
like I know Desan Pro, who's from the Level community. He makes
Oh, yeah.
visually stunning realistic levels, so I can't wait to see when he tries to pull that off of Dreams.
Yeah, I mentioned Disarm Pro. I was like, he's gonna make some cool things. I was like, yeah,
He needs to be in the beta.
Yeah, he needs to be the best. Yeah, Scary Biscuit, he's cool too. Like
Scary too, yeah.
Yeah, Scary.
A lot of people need to be in the beta.
Who else is there? They're all great. Everyone's great. Everyone will have a great time.
Oh, everyone has a lot of talent, yeah. Can't wait to see some new talent too, not just from the Little Big Planet community.
I have a feeling like the Little Big Planet community is going to be afraid of the new talent that's going to come. Like, there's going to be some 3D designers that are just going to pick this up and be like, I'm going to boss this, and then just make some amazing stuff. And then
I wonder who's going to be the next Steve Big Guns.
Me. No. Well, actually, I have the upper hand on everyone. I can be the next Steve Big Guns. I know how to dream. But no. I don't know, actually. We did have a bet. We should have like a who's going to be the next Steve Big Guns, and then see what.
I can't wait to just see like a kid or anyone who's not really a gamer like show us something mind blowing with their creations and their hidden talent.
They're gonna love
that's
it,
gonna be the really good part.
Kids are gonna love it. Like seriously, you can have so much fun. Like they're just gonna like sit together and then they're just gonna like, oh god, the game's like, what's going on? And it's just they're just gonna laugh with each other. And it's just I don't know. It's gonna bring so much joy to everyone's lives, and I'm just so excited for it to come. Like for the avid creators and for the casuals, it's just one of those games where you just pick it up and think, damn, this is a dream. That was, I had a dream, and this is the dream.
I had a dream.
I dreamed a dream in time.
Dream that does come by. That was the song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really nice though. Like you get to experience like a wide angle of Dreams of what it has to offer. And I have a feeling you still haven't like messed around with everything yet. There's still so much more to do.
There's so much. I have not touched all of the tools, so I can't exactly comment on everything. But, can I talk about... Did I talk about keyframes? I don't know if I did.
Oh, yes. You talked about keyframes, buddy.
That's so cool.
You love keyframes. Keyframes are everywhere, though. Like, keyframes when you're animating in Unity or Unreal, they have keyframes, too.
Yeah.
But not in 3D, though.
And After Effects as well, you have keyframes. It's just...
Yeah, keyframes make the world go round.
It's everything I've wanted in it. But,
That's right, because you do stuff in Premiere.
What else is there?
Logic, sound, animation, cutscenes.
Timeline. I've talked about the timeline. Did I? The timeline's cool. I use keyframes as batteries. Like, you know how you use like batteries in LBP?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the keyframes can also act like a battery, so like you can have like an extended time, like on the timeline, you can have like an extended keyframe, and then like you can time a position like a speed, like a timer, like you know have like this. This is like podcast gone toward the logic coolness, because there's just so much coolness that's been added. Like
you literally have your own subsection of the podcast to talk about just logic.
Yeah, I could literally just talk about it all day. But basically you can fade in and fade out like the assets like the keyframe has inside it. So like if you want to turn on a state, but you want to turn it on slowly, you can fade it in slowly and then fade it out slowly. So like it does like a quick, a slow like a movement, and then a fast, like it goes from slow to fast and fast to slow. So it adds more intuitive.
Oh yeah, there's like a graphic, you like edit the line and yeah.
It pleased me. I was like, yeah.
There's like linear and curving blend types.
As like a weird video editor person myself, I was like, yes, this is definitely all I wanted in a freaking video game. This is so cool. Just yeah, I just can't praise it enough. I enjoyed my experience. It was just fantastic in every way.
I'm really glad you enjoyed your entire experience. The food there was really good. Catherine would make incredible food.
The food. Ooh, I felt like a growling kitten because like when I get the food, I was like, yum, 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 yum. Like it was so delicious. This although one of the meals I was thinking it needs salt, but I was like, I'm not gonna ask for salt. But it was delicious there. But hmm,
Yeah,
yeah, you feel like a
I'm
massive
really
hug.
glad
It's
you.
great.
Yeah,
Hug.
like hopefully you made some a lot like really good friends along the way over there too. I know you and Jenny bonded a lot.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I, I also talked to ah oh no brain no. I
I
loved
talked
her.
to a
She was
lot of
so
people.
great. Like I went out for dinner with Jenny and the other girl. I love her so much. She's so great, but my brain's gone. Oh, ah, God.
The purple hair is
No,
Amy. It's
she's
gotta
not
be Amy Phillips.
bad. She was lovely. She was blonde and everything. Oh,
Blonde, Gemma.
Gemma, no, no. It'll come to me, but if they're listening to it now,
What was her
you're a gem.
occupation?
Their occupation.
Were they a
I think they
programmer?
worked
Were
in the
they?
community side. I
Oh,
think.
Abby.
Was it Abby?
Abby's doing the PR stuff. Gemma's doing the outreach manager. Oh geez, I can't remember anymore.
See, I'm terrible with names. It takes me
It's
ages
fine.
to
Don't worry about it. Like if I knew,
remember.
like you can find him on Twitter. Like, I would have helped you. I just need more of a description.
I'm more with the description. Like, if they're listening to it now, F1 I spoke to and F1 at Meaty Molecule, they're fantastic people and they're just fantastic at what they do. Like, just yes, I love them all. I just wish I could remember their names. I really do. Like,
It's a lot of people over there, like 60 people, 50, 60.
there are so many Toms and
Oh
Alexes.
my god, yes,
Oh
it's
my
7
god,
Toms.
there's
I
like
met the
11
OP
now.
one. I'm so happy. I
There's
met
11 Toms now.
11 now.
11 Toms.
Tom Kiss was the first one. He's OP.
Tom is OP.
Tom is OP.
He's a very useful engineer. Um, oh, but yeah, I've. There's so much you can do. Like you can, like there's. Okay, one thing I just thought of actually. You know, like in LBP when you'd have like an axis or like something you wanted something to spin around it, or like, um, you know, like when you'd have to like connect like an object and make it spin, so that you can have like a platform spin, like in circular motion.
Uh
In order to
huh.
connect it. But like in Dreams, you can like group two objects together, and then the one spins, but the other one follows the other object. So there's no connectors. It's just like following the group rather than having a connector, which saves space. So yeah, what was it?
It's like a lot. It's like you're gonna have a whole encyclopedia probably or Dreams Wiki to detail everything. I think it's way too much to comprehend into your head because it's way too much to remember.
It really is. Like there were some questions that I was asked to ask, but I couldn't find out information on them, so I can't answer the questions that I was asked. And like these are like possible live streams that they could do for their future things, so I might send them over to them. So that'll be something interesting for the community to enjoy if I can get it over to them. Yeah, that was. Oh, there's so much. Like
Yeah, oh my, it's a lot.
my brain is just like, ugh. Like you basically get my brain and then just smush it on the wall and like, yeah, basically the experience is just so much epicness that you can't deal with it. And it's just, oh my god, like, and people are probably thinking you're overhyping it, but I'm really not. It's
It's an interesting generation to play Create Share. It's pretty damn innovative.
it it is like it's the ultimate of play create share. Like Minecraft can't compete. It would never did compete, but like yeah, like LBP looks like a baby in comparison. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And LBP was what brought us all together 10 years
yeah,
ago. Like
exactly.
holy cow.
LBP is
And now
amazing.
10 years later, we're gonna be like making fun of our dreams for being a baby.
Dream baby, yes.
Yes.
I wonder if we can. You
If you can what?
never mind. Never mind. I can't talk about it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, it's all right. Okay, the teases are real.
The tease. Ooh.
All right. Well, holy cow! It's been over an hour. Why did you talk about your passion for dreams that long? Major props to you.
I didn't even know. Like,
time flies by when you're hyper for dreams.
I'm so hyper for dreams. I'm like hyper dude. Like,
welcome to my life, young Paddling.
Hyper dude 53 times. Yeah, literally.
Right. Well, yeah, definitely. I'm really glad you enjoyed your entire week. Seems like a wonderful lifetime experience.
I want to go back.
Oh, I want to go back too.
Can we just like set up tent and just like sleep in it and just like, yeah, this is our new accommodation.
We need to like have a community event or something to invite everybody. Just party at the top floor at Emma's place.
We should actually have like an exclusive community event where like we play LBP and Dreams and stuff like all day.
Like a game jam or something.
Yeah, like a little game jam. Like
we're gonna need multiple.
Multiple game jams. Yeah, like that'd be a cool event though. I doubt they'd have time to do it, but it'd be cool. Even just about LBP, and we could just have a little bit of a little community meetup. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. But, yeah.
All in due time. All we know is Dreams is closer the further away. The beta's coming this year.
It's so hard.
Jamal, yeah, thank you so much for coming on this podcast, especially late at night, and you still even or after midnight right now, is it? Yeah, it's
like
midnight your time.
Here in the morning.
2:00 in the morning. You're still passionate about dreams and talking about. He's so happy.
It's the
even though. Yeah. Thank you for coming back again. I remember last time you sang for us when. We left that podcast. Yeah, that was something. Now we're here talking. It's nice to catch on one-on-one.
It's been really nice to speak. Actually, I apologize for rambling, but it just
no. You're just being passionate, man. We learned a lot. Thank you. I'm glad you're a Dream supporter overall.
Yes.
It seems. Yes, definitely. Okay, cool. Glad we got that point across.
I think I did about an hour and 10 minutes of podcast. I think I got it across.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining our podcast episode. Follow Glitchfish at Glitchfish. He has a portfolio, some really cool stuff. His new animation,
my Instagram
Poppy.
is the coolest.
Is it Glitchfish as well?
Yeah, it's the same on all platforms. Like, it's just.
I Glitchfish, yeah. PSN Glitchfish, Twitter Glitchfish, Facebook Glitchfish, anything Glitchfish. Stay tuned for his upcoming film about a clown named Poppy, who he remade in Dreams as well. And
I did. That's what that weird clown character was, because I just wanted to see if she was possible to make, and she is. And the things you can do with a character. Whoa. Okay, no more talking. I'm not going to talk anymore. Stop. No, okay.
There's a lot. You can go on like 24-hour stream about Dreams.
I could literally just keep talking about it because there's so much to talk about. Just keep going on and on and on. Anyway, I know we've got to end it. It's fine. Gotta stop. Stop it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I know. Oh man, I can talk for another hour off stream if I wanted to. Yeah, but man, we got lives.
We've got so much to talk about.
Yeah. No, it's good that we all share our passion for something we both love. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining our podcast. I hope you have a splendid day, evening, night, wherever you are. Bye.